Well, hi everybody. You join me in Ledbury today, where I am in my Mitsubishi Delica, having a bit of a last hurrah, really. But I thought it's a lovely old town, Ledbury. I thought you might appreciate seeing what it's all about. Lovely old buildings. But I'm here to collect a load of 2CV parts, which we'll take a look at in a moment. Well, it'll be in a couple of hours for me, because I've got to drive to the unit, and that is some way from here. But once we start unloading, I will show you what treasures I've acquired. But yeah, this is typical of an English road. You'll notice how absolutely terrible the road surface is. That is absolutely situation normal. Sadly, in Wales we seem to have slightly better roads for the most part, certainly away from the south. But I've been through Hereford today. That was truly horrible. I'm hoping SatNav isn't going to take me back that way, but I fear it might do. A bit frustrating, but there you go. But yeah, a huge thanks to Armando, who has just given me quite a lot of a 2CV in parts. Some of the parts is refurbished, some of the parts he hasn't. It was a 1982 donor car, and if those parts don't come in useful for me, I'm sure they will come in useful for friends of mine. Quite amusingly, one of the items is the fuel tank, which replaces one I gave to a 2CVing friend only a few days ago. So it's feeling a bit karmic on that level. Yeah, Armando was going to build a 2CV based kit car, but didn't in the end. Decided it's never going to happen, and he's very kindly passed on an awful lot of parts to me. So that's good times. But yes, this really is a last run out. Oh, for the crashy bangy Delica. Oh, nice P38 Range Rover there. Maybe I should have bought one of those instead. Or is it just jumping from the frying pan into the fire? I don't know. Oh, you're going slowly. Do you know where you're going? Because I'm starting to think you don't know where you're going. This could be a long day. Oh, it's going to take me via Leominster. Brilliant. I'm happy with that. Leominster takes us away from awful Hereford. Now, if I had a powerful car, I could go for an overtake at this point, but the Delica is not powerful. So we'll bide our time. But yes, the Delica really has been a bit of a failure, so maybe I'll talk to you a bit about that. But it seems we're out into the countryside now. I'll swap to vlog camera angle. So yeah, that's a slightly long-winded way of saying hello and welcome to another vlog here on HubNut. I am having a drive out. It's like a last hurrah in the Delica. It's last task because the insurance is up for renewal on the 28th of July, and it's quite expensive, and with an MOT pass unlikely, it doesn't seem wise to renew the insurance, so I'm not going to. So that's just a few days time that runs out. So this is probably the last drive out in the Delica. Really not one of my better purchases, but I just want to say something. I think a lot of people attribute some blame to Jasper, my friend I bought this off, and I think that's a little bit unfair. I bought the car knowing that it was going to have issues. I completely underestimated the cost of resolving some of those issues. That's my error, and my error alone. I bought the car without looking at it. I hadn't seen it for probably a year, maybe more, and I knew it had been sitting a long time. So really, it was a stupid decision on my part to buy it. I don't think you can blame anyone for selling a car. It's not like he was trying to hide the condition from me. I should have known what I was getting into when I committed to it, so it's my error. And that's what happens sometimes. We make mistakes, and regularly I have dabbled in the world of cheap 4x4s, and they rarely stay cheap for long. I had a Land Rover Discovery that cost £450, and I thought, what a bargain, and it proceeded to mostly not work. I had a Nissan Maverick, Ford Ford Maverick, Nissan Terrano replica type device, or sibling sister car, pure badge engineering. And that was also hopeless. I got that home and found one of the calipers had seized completely, and one of the brake pads was metal on the disc, so that was nice. The Range Rover, don't forget the Range Rover. That was a Vogue SE V8 Auto that someone had converted to a VM manual, and I once took the dash out to try and get the heater to work, and just discovered a complete nightmare wiring wise, and I decided to get rid of that. That probably still ranks as my all-time worst purchase, I think. But I did take it off-roading, and it was very capable, but it was far from a decent example. So we make these mistakes, and bear in mind, someone bought those cars off me, so they made mistakes as well, maybe. Perhaps it isn't wise to buy a car from HubNut. I'm certainly a rubbish salesman, and I hate selling cars. Absolutely hate it. I like buying cars, I just hate selling them. So with that in mind, and given really there's been very little interest in this heap of a Delica, I think I might keep it. After all, Miss HubNut is quite fond of this vehicle, and what did I do the last time she was fond of a vehicle? It was the City Rover, and I sold it. So maybe I should. Ooh, there's an LDV 200 there. Wow. Sorry you didn't get to see that. Can't really stop when you're going along at this speed. So I'm just chalking this one up to experience. I think I'm going to shove the Delica in the unit. I might even just leave all this stuff in the back of it because there is so much stuff, and use it as a 2CV parts store, so I don't accidentally mingle with all the other junk I've got lying around. This stuff's labelled, it's brilliant, so at least I know what it is. And it includes things like wheel cylinders that I've just fitted, brake drums that I should have had renewed, and lots of other bits beside. Those plates on the end of the front axle arm for the shock absorber mounts, there's a couple of those in there. So timing sadly wasn't quite ideal, but I'm very, very grateful for this stash nonetheless. So you probably won't see a fat lot else with the Delica for a while. There is no point rushing. Its MOT runs out early August. It is clearly not going to pass without a great deal of work. So it can sit at the unit, it can wait for finances to recover, and we'll see. It'll either get broken for spares, someone might decide they actually want it, or it'll just sit there and await its turn. And I think it'll plummet down the queue, because there are other vehicles that I desperately need to be cracking on with, really. Like I said, I've still got the issue that the unit is so far from home. Last week I didn't make it to the unit at all. This week I made it once, and rather than work on the 2CV, I decided to take the Invacar out for a run. So it's difficult times, but they will get resolved. Oh my gosh, Subaru Legacy, first generation. I do love coming out to this rural border country between Wales and hold on, it wants to take me into Hereford after all. No, we're not doing that. We're going to go via Leicester. Yeah, this border country, very, very popular for Subaru. They sold a load of vehicles here. Well, for whatever reason, I seem to have lost sound on this, so I'm having to re-record it. But yeah, look at all this 2CV parts that are filling the back of the Delica. It is basically a 1982 2CV in kit form, minus body shell. There's the original number plates. Still got them because he was planning to use the ID on the kit car he was building, which is entirely allowed in the UK. But yeah, look, we've got headlamp bowls there, and there's a big fog lamp, which is nothing to do with a 2CV, but that's an indicator of the earlier grey type surround. They stopped fitting those in about 84, 85, I think. My first 2CV had that type, as the dashboard with the twiddly knobs. They stopped fitting those in about 85 as well, so Ellie has a slightly different dashboard. Nonetheless, it's quite characterful. We hope that is the car's second time around the clock, because 44,000 miles is not very many. But yeah, there's cowling there as well for the engine. I've got rubber cowls on Ellie's engine, and they're terrible. But I've got a full fitting kit already from Burton for a tin one. I'd been after a tin one for a while, so it might make the engine slightly noisier, but it should do a much better job of keeping the engine cool and just generally fitting better, which is, after all, a good idea. So yeah, it's an amazing stash of parts. I'm pointing at something over there. I think that's the fuel tank, and I'm just saying hello, Alex, who had my spare fuel tank away just the other day. It's funny how these things turn out. Yeah, the Delica is going to be sitting in the unit for a bit now, and here is that non-2CV fog lamp. Maybe I should use that as a reversing lamp or something. And yeah, that will be the end of the Delica for the time being. It's just going to sit here and be a parts store, because at the time of recording, the insurance is up tomorrow. At the time of publication, it will be up, so it won't be legal to drive on the road any longer. So yeah, I need to stop faffing around with this thing for now. I've got other projects I need to work on, like the Yugo Sana, you can see to the right there, a Reliant Fox to the left, and the Invocar currently hidden behind the enormous Delica. I don't know what I'm talking about, but it's that big. Interesting. It's very interesting watching this back and not having a clue what I was saying at the time. But yeah, there we go. That's kind of the end of that. We shall close the tailgate on the Delica and just leave it sitting there for the time being. It's not quite how I wanted this to pan out, but there we go. It is what it is. Can you read at this point? I'm trying to work out what I'm saying, but I'm sure it's something about getting on with my other projects. Like Matiz, Myrtle and Matiz, Foxanne, the Reliant Fox, the Yugo Sana, and there is Took hiding up the back. She needs to sort out her oil leaks. She has many further adventures to come. So at some point I will start doing the final ending piece. Blah, I think I said at that point. Yeah, so I will crack on with all these things. So thank you very much for watching and sticking with me through this. Sorry the Delica has been absolutely terrible. I have no idea what I'm saying, but probably something like, I look forward to seeing you in a future video, and farewell. Please buy these stickers. Well, hello and welcome to another mailbox, and it's quite a big one. You'll note I've had to use the capacious hatchback of the GSA today for stuff sent to this address. Focus, there you are. So it's HubNut, PO Box 96, Newquay, SA44 9AZ. So let's see what's in this first one. The postmark is sadly a bit squiffy and there is no accompanying letter, so it's a mystery package. It's a mystery goo. Someone has sent me brake grease. So thank you whoever has sent me the brake grease. The focus, there we go. Force it in. Modern high technology brakes require specialized lubricants. So there we go. That's for caliper pins and internal handbrake mechanisms. Well, thank you. That'd be definitely useful because there is still much brake work to do on a certain 4x4 MPV that I wish not to discuss at this particular point in time. Next, it's a big one, which means it's probably tiny because Amazon are the masters at wasting packaging. Indeed it is. Oh, that's quite posh. Someone has noticed my worrying lack of wire brushes, clearly. So there's a set, there's two of them. Can we have less rustling in the background, please? Just can't get the staff these days. It's got a thumb grip and everything, so that'd be really good. Exfoliating for metal. Was that it from that one? Yep. Next is a postcard. Haha, this will be Martin again. I wonder if that's a clue as to his location. I know he's in Germany somewhere. It's a very nice castle there. This postcard is special. Why? No car on it. Ah yes, it shows my hometown. So there you go, Martin, thank you very much. That is Ravensburg. Germany, a country I definitely need to explore more. Last year I just really passed through and I didn't make the most of the opportunity, I don't think. What have we got next? Ooh. Any clues as to where this one's come from? No. Right, we shall see what lurks within. Oh, someone knows my weakness. Biscuits. Other brands are available, but these are delicious. So that's good. 100 biscuits. What else we got in here? Power steering stop leak. Well, I guess it's worth a try if we can avoid having to recondition a steering rack because of one leaky seal. Yeah, that could do the trick. I actually tried something else because they reckon but brake fluid can work. So I actually put a cap full in the other day, so I'll be able to report back on that by the size of the puddle. And if it doesn't work, I've got some proper stuff. Be funny if we found out that's just brake fluid, wouldn't it? Excellent. And we have more naughtiness. Typhoo tea in a little, that's a handy pack size for going camping or whatnot. Excellent, thank you. Tea is always good. I'm never going to run out of tea. Oh hello, we've got some specialist choices here. A Twinings every day and a Clipper organic breakfast. Someone's been raiding the hotels, haven't they? This is from yeah, fluid for the Delica, some workshop essentials. Really enjoy your videos and the global tour. From Davey, the Scottish Car Enthusiasts TV. I believe he has his own channel. Thank you, Davey. There we go. We're losing control of this, and we've got to remember what's in what box. Remember?
I've got this.
Okay, you got it. What we got here? Ooh. Workshop manuals from Ian Jackson. Ian Jackson's always sending me stuff. Thank you, Ian. We have got yet another workshop manual for the Citroen Dan and Ami, but also 2CV 1964 to 1975, which means I must get an older one, I think. Front drum brakes. Ooh. Oh yes, how to fit the rear brakes, just like I didn't. So yeah, auto books, that's another one to add to my collection of manuals. And what have we got in here? Aha! Yugo Zastava. Unfortunately that's not the one I've got. But again, maybe that's a hint that I need to acquire one. But I'll have to ask my friend Alex if he's got one, because he has one of these Yugos. And it's mildly better than my Yugo, in as much as he's had it running. So that could be useful for me or someone else. But thank you, Ian. Another one for the collection. Mr. HubNut. Oh, that's very formal. Right, what we got in here? Ooh. It's a coaster from the Ecclesbourne Valley Railway's 9th Classic Bus Rally. So that's good. Everyone's providing tea, and now someone's providing somewhere for me to put my tea. Very nice pair of buses. A Bristol RE, I would say at a guess, having read the fact it says Bristol RE on the front. And Leyland of some sort. Very nice buses. Have a look at the buses. I need to do more on buses. Definitely need to do more. So what we got in here? Oh, this is a very long letter. I may not read all of this out. Someone who's been watching my channel for just over a year. You do seem to treat yourself harshly over your tinkering. Yes, I do not see the harm if you are not doing anything dangerous. Well, arguable. He organised the bus rally. That's a good event. From John Stokes, aged 33 and a half. From Derbyshire. Well, thank you for that. That might be a rally I'll have to try to get to. I'm guessing this year's got cancelled in all the mayhem. Let's hope there are more bus rallies. Ooh. Is this Martin again? It is Martin again, because it's a postcard. It is a Subaru Leon, or Leone, however you're meant to pronounce it. It's got round headlamps. That's quite unusual. This one is not self-made. Lucas Plum is a dealer of unusual goods. I recommend to visit his web shop. Well, there you go. From Germany, not the Netherlands. He says Subaru 1800 ? I think they had smaller engines in those. We only got those as the MV pickup, I think, possibly the hatchback. Don't think we got the saloons. Very nice. And here we go. I'm loving this one because it's got DAF genuine parts on it. It'll be the Dutch manufacturer of trucks. Oh. I have no idea what these are about. Do you know? They're stickers. So I've put those to one side. Oh, more stickers. Oh, sticker for the Delica, perhaps. It even looks like it's modelled on an L300. There we go. Ah, I see. They are medalled on L300s. This is from Lex of the L300 Benelux Club.nl. Wow. So we can see Delicas in action. Lovely. We shall continue. Ooh. Oh, is that a ratchet spanner? Oh, that's satisfying. That is an 18mm ratchet spanner. My guess is that that's from Ian Jackson. Yes, it is confirmed because he told me he was going to send that. That's for doing the shock absorbers on the 2CV. It will certainly save my poor ratchet from further abuse. Thank you very much. 18mm. Look at that, brittle as well. Feels a nice item, that. Do you like ratchet spanners? I have a full set of ratchet spanners, but they have flex heads. I bought them from Halford some time ago. That was a mistake because they flex all the time and you can't actually get on anything. One more package, and it's a big one. I'm going to start by reading the letter. Okay, I'm not reading all of that. It's a lot. Glow Skulls 100 here. After passing yourselves eating lunch on Aberprom the other day. Oh yeah, someone mentioned that had happened. I realised I had some new spanners to pass to your PO box. Oh, there we go. All the best, Millie G. Marsh, I think that says. Right. Well, there's a lot more there which I will read at some other time, but you're not really watching me just read, and I can't read out loud very well anyway. Oh, here we go. Whitworth sockets. I'm gonna have to get something really old now then. Maybe it's time to get that Austin 7 I've always dreamed of. And slightly bursting out of the box, thankfully they didn't escape, presumably some spanners of a similar witchy nature. There we go. 3/16 Whitworth spanner. Thank you very much. That could be very useful. So yeah, another fine mailbag. Thank you for your very generous gift. I'll package that away properly in a minute. Yeah, certainly be useful. I'm so used to metric stuff, so that's great. So yeah, thank you very much once again, and yeah, I look forward to seeing you in a future mailbag or video.